Hi there, this is Thomas Ellenberg talking to you from Waikiki. That's Waikiki, Hawaii, right outside my window. And it's the last week of 2007, and I want to thank the people who put this video online. You Are So Beautiful to the movie Get Real. I was also watching Beautiful Thing earlier, and I want to thank everyone that's putting on videos or video clips that are showing the beautiful side of being gay, because we all know that we live in a world where there are many, many countries still to this day that would say the exact opposite and would never, ever, ever associate us with a song called You Are So Beautiful. And you are so beautiful, and that's what I'd like to talk about tonight here from Waikiki, a very beautiful place out here in the Hawaiian Islands. I grew up in the 1950s, where the only word that was used to describe being gay was, well, there were a couple words: queer, and there was sissy, and it's something that you did not want to have associated with you. Certainly, if you wanted to be in any way, shape, or form normal in our society, or be treated normal, or not killed or beaten up, you didn't want to have those words associated with you. But growing up in that day, it was really, really hard to even entertain the idea that you could be attracted to the same sex and also be beautiful. I mean, it just was. There was nothing. There were no TV shows. There were no movies. There were no books. There was nothing in the media except terrible depictions of the so-called homosexual life. Then the 60s rolled around with John F. Kennedy, thank God, and things began to open up. If you haven't seen the movie Hairspray, check it out, because it captures the great years before Kennedy was assassinated, when it began to be okay to be not normal in our society, and that set the tone for the entire 60s. And the 60s was when I grew up and basically came out. I discovered during the 60s that there were many ways of becoming gay. I tried the drug, sex, and rock and roll way. I tried being very radical. I tried being very silent. I tried being very out, being very activist. I tried being very sexual. I tried all the ways, and kind of lost the idea that the whole point is realizing that we are beautiful however we are, and however we're following our bliss, that we are naturally beautiful. It's really easy. I come from San Francisco, and it's really easy, once one is self-defined as gay, to limit that and think, well, I'm not the typical hunk, therefore I'm not that beautiful, or I'm not the beautiful woman, or however your stereotype may be as you enter into the gay life and you don't fit into it. It's also hard to think of yourself and believe that you're really beautiful. So even once you come out, I discovered in the 60s and into the 70s, it was hard to really accept that I was beautiful, because there were all the stereotypes within the gay community as well as normal society, saying that unless I was a certain size and shape and color or whatever, that I wasn't really beautiful. Then I went through the Moscone milk assassinations, and we literally had to hit the streets and fight for equal justice in San Francisco. For those of you that go to San Francisco and enjoy the freedom there, it was won in the streets. It was literally won fighting for our rights, which we were then given by the liberal media in San Francisco and the political governing people in San Francisco, and they realized that we were so powerful. And then it was during the 80s that we began to really feel beautiful. Of course, until then the AIDS epidemic hit, and then once again it was hard to continue to really own the definition of that we are beautiful. But now here we are through the 90s and into the new millennium, and what is beautiful is a completely different expectation, because many of us are having a spiritual awakening, and we're realizing that it's our inner beauty that makes us beautiful, whether we're gay or straight or fat or thin or white or black or Indian or American or Polish or whatever. It's that inner divine being that is truly radiantly beautiful. And that's what I would like to suggest tonight, that if you are watching this in so many of the beautiful gay films that are coming out, the guys that are portrayed are beautiful hunk guys or young falling in love. There are gay people who are 50 and 60 and 70. There are gay women that look nothing like the typical lesbian is supposed to look like. There are many, many gay men who don't look anything like any of the stereotypes. And certainly the majority of gay men are not 22-year-old buffed up hunks, even though that has become an image for beauty. So I would like to suggest tonight, no matter what you look like, no matter what size you are, no matter what shape you are, no matter what age you are, no matter what social role you have or economic status you have, the fact that you decided to incarnate on earth in this revolutionary act of becoming gay in a society that is not quite so sure it wants us, that in itself entitles you to the definition of cosmically beautiful. And I would like to suggest that if you would like to see more about this idea, that we are beautiful because of our spiritual essence, that we are both male, female energy, we are double sexed, double spirited, as the ancient shaman knew in cultures like Hawaii, like here, and Native American cultures like my own Seneca and Mohawk tribes. We knew back then that those humans that had male and female energies together were in fact the shamans of society. They were the spiritually evolved ones, because what else could save this planet but an end of war? And what better way to end war than to have men fall in love with men? It's the perfect idea, and it's a theme for my movie. So I would like to suggest that you check out this movie that my friend Michael Brewer produced and made. We did a wonderful job together. He edited it, and we traveled to Rome. We confronted the Vatican, and we pronounced ourselves the new gay gurus of the world. It's a multi-dimensional travelogue, as we say here, that will set you free. We also did another one last year after our first film, after this film won the Aloha Film Festival in Kona. Thank you, Hawaii, for acknowledging our spiritual beauty as spiritual shaman and spiritual beings, also gay. We did this film, which just is now about ready to be sold on Amazon.com, Rainbow Crossing, starring myself and my friend Michael Brewer. Both of these films are on Amazon.com, and also our websites are Rainbow Crossing, www.rainbowcrossing.com, and also www.brewberg.com. And I would just like to suggest that you check out Brewer and Berg, the first two gay gurus with a message that says, we are beautiful, not just because we're brave enough to be gay in a very straight world, but because we are brave enough to declare that we are here to love. We are not here to kill. We are here to love and hug and kiss and be one with our brothers. In fact, we're here to create a brotherhood of bliss. We're here to end the wars, and we are a step up in evolution on the grand cosmic scheme of things. In fact, that's one of the themes here of this. So I invite you to come and join us on our adventures. I also have a book that I have just published called Uncle Tom's Classroom. If you'd like to hear more about my teachings, I'm at www UncleTom'sClassroom.com. You can take a peek at the city lights while I go get it to show you.